Welcome. Can you hear me? Nice and clear? Loud? Yeah, I got a text. Was it a request for a live stream? So you got it. Just for you guys. You see clearly? Is it clear enough? No? Make it as clear as I can for everybody. Don't worry, it's on YouTube. You can always watch it later. Yeah, it's your intention, right? Who texted me? Number one. You see it? Is that clear enough? That's number one. Got it? Everybody? The greater good, right? More than enough? Oh, sorry. The topic. The topic is revenge. Sorry, I forgot. What happens if you get revenge? What you do? The limits, the legal limits. That's two. Well, you guys can keep track, right? I'm not doing it anymore, I told you. Yeah, did I forget to mention? Amy Seukeran, Narcissistic Abuse Recovery Life Coach, Canada. Until they find my window. And they count every single day that I've been living in here. Is that better? 647-250-5963 at 9:10 p.m.
I just look.
Yeah, I'll just keep putting them up as I get them. Yeah, all of them, right? The building, the management, the police, for all of them. Mental health, CAMH, for all of them to see, just in case you call them.
Nah, nah, nah.
So we were talking about revenge and why violence happens, why people commit crimes. Violence, what kind of violence is there besides violence against women? Let's be more specific. 7 minutes wasted. So let's get into this one. Jail, lawyers, law. Go ahead, victims, all the victims. You're all victims. Let's hear. When you're a female and you've gone through endless abuse in your own apartment, what do you do next? When the management, the police aren't working, they can't do anything. You have to live there every day with people texting you every minute for no reason, but they want to go do whatever they want. I have to go out and smoke after this on the rock, right? Do you remember threatening me? What I'm going to get when you see me on the rock? So I'm just showing you everything. We went over, right? You think I'm going to move? So, no, I was nauseous most of the day. I didn't get to do much. But here I am because, I'm not going to jail for anybody in an apartment building where I have my own apartment. So, back to why you call the police. For what reasons? Let's make a list. What kind of reasons do you call the police? Okay, what kind of reasons do people go to jail? When the police arrest them? Who calls the police? When the police arrest them, they do? You missed why people call the police. What you call them for. What reasons? Violence. Why people. go to jail, why they commit violent acts. What's intimidation? What's a threat? What's scaring somebody? You're talking about anxiety, right? So, how do you get anxiety? You're anxious because of what? Well, explain. What makes you feel unsafe? What makes you feel unsafe? Skunks, raccoons, coyotes, dogs, people? What kind of people? Angry people? Intoxicated people? Dangerous people? What are dangerous people? What's intimidation? When you do what to someone? What's a threat? When you do what to someone? Say or do things like what? So, what makes people scared? And then, if you're scared, how long? 24 hours a day? What causes anxiety? When you're trapped? Being scared? When you can't get away? Which one? It's a threat? Just being scared? If there's violence? Violence and aggression. So, that's like anger, right? Remember, physical violence, right? Physical abuse, emotional abuse, mental abuse. Okay, so if you don't get help for anxiety, your anxiety, what happens to you? What does it turn into? Well, people were talking about anxiety attacks, right? Panic attacks. Remember all of those years? What's an anxiety attack and a panic attack? What's the difference? And then what happened? You skipped and just went to what? Mental health. So what is all of that? It says, Amy, we come to you for answers, not questions. Please help us. We come to you for answers. So, what answer do you want if you don't have a question? Well, we've gone on to the topic of safety, apparently. Intimidation, threats, violence, and aggression, anxiety, panic attacks, anxiety attacks. If that's what they called panic disorder, how long did you have it, right? If you had to get diagnosed, how long do you have to have it to be diagnosed? As which one? Panic disorder, anxiety attacks? To qualify for what? Medication? How many issues are you getting into? You just texted me what? Every insult on the face of the earth, every racist comment. Demanding what? Now you're getting answers to your life's problems? These are the same men that what? Just texted me what? These are women? Which one? Sure, let's jump into addiction. Why you started using the substance you use. How you got addicted. Yeah, think back as far as you need to. How you started, who you were around, and why you kept doing it if you're grown up now. Why you do it. When you're stressed, whatever it is, why do you do it? If you drink, why do you drink? When do you drink? Is it just social? When you're around people? Is it habit? Friday, every Friday you go meet people? Yes, whichever one it is. So is the intoxication the cause of the violence, the intimidation, or the threat? Is that the reason some people do it? Can you separate that one? Or is it just who they are when they do it? All of them. If they're aggressive, violent. Yeah, we can get into tolerance. Okay, an easy example. If it's tolerance and money, some people can drink 48 beers. Some people can drink 24, right? They have to get the money to some from somewhere. If they looking to get buzzed, how many do you think they need? Do you understand how tolerance works with drugs? So which one? Everybody's the same? Everybody gets drunk off of one, two, three. How many? Well, it's the same with any drug, right? How much does it take? How much do you take? Who are you judging, right? I like to limit myself to 5 or 6 so I'm still good enough to drive. Yeah. Isn't that nice? And then when you hit somebody's kid, because you pass by here and you're paying attention to something else, you don't even realize you hit the kid, right? You just keep going. What do you want me to do? What's the percentage in a beer? Let's be real. 5 or 6. Go, everybody in Malton. What are the coolers? What's the percentage on them? Mike's Hard and all those different coolers. What's the percentage on them? So if the girls drank 5 or 6, what would happen? Same thing. Why is it different? Back to if we separated the reason for the aggression and violence, anger, aggression, what is the difference? I told you I don't drink alcohol. Have you ever experienced alcohol poisoning? What did you do for it? Yeah, speaking of that, I know it's completely off topic and probably disgusting to you, but I suffer from nausea, right? My reality is to eat. So I was in KFC today and they have a new item, pickle juice. It's whatever the drink. Can you imagine? They drink alcohol, then they go there to get their KFC or Taco Bell. To top it off, they have a nice beverage of pickle juice and then they throw up all over the KFC. I was thinking about that when I was waiting for my pickup order today in the KFC. Oh, I saw the sign with the Second Harvest. That's how I remembered from the last live stream when somebody was mentioning Second Harvest. That's why I posted it today. I was just, waiting for my order. I got the poutine because it's an upgrade. $5 is $5, right? I thought I'd just go buy dinner. Since I was nauseous, since what did you order? I told you for $5.50. It's like the toonie. Remember the toonie meal? Isn't it the same thing? 2 pieces of chicken and French fries. When you upgrade it, you get the poutine. And did you see the post on Instagram? The food donation one? They recycle the chicken and give it to you? Hmm? That's not what it said? Oh. No, I was going over how during COVID, if you ate your KFC drumstick with a fork and a knife, since everybody was worried about using their hands and washing them, using sanitizer, catching COVID, wearing a mask, eating pizza, how you ate the pizza, how many times you washed your hands, everything you touched in a day, if you ever caught COVID. That was inside the KFC. You think I'm joking? One little girl is going to be happy. How did you eat your drumstick? From KFC during COVID. Used a knife and a fork? No, I told the little girl Malton lies. So I'm just proving it now. You have to find somebody who ate it with a fork and a knife. The same KFC right beside the Malton. I asked them just to cook my chicken, that's all. I would like it cooked. They don't need much, but cooked chicken. That's real nice. I like it. I'll wait. Mm. Hmm. But depends on the gravy, on the poutine. Depends if you get cheese curds. Well, we're very lucky in Malton. The KFC also has a Taco Bell inside, right? So you have the option of ordering all. If you get the drinks. What is the difference? The color? If. What is the flavor? Berry? The Baja Blast. How many times? There's been a red one, a yellow one, a green one, a blue one. I asked, are they all Mountain Dew? Do they just add color? Do they add flavor? It's a tropical experience, so it's all the fruit. What is Mountain Dew? What's in it? Lemon lime? What's 7-Up? What's Sprite? What's Club Soda? Coke and Pepsi? Dr. Pepper? Root beer? Do you have a Soda Stream? Never mind then. All I asked was about the slushies in the gas station. Why they taste so good? The red one. Mm-hmm. Mountain Dew. We get into Gatorade and Powerade. Sugary drinks. How about bottled water? Do people drink bottled water still? Everybody's got a pipe in their house, right? So is that still not good enough? Do you need bottles? Yes, I'm asking. I buy bottles now because I go places and take them in my backpack. When I go to Wildwood to play Pokemon, I take them with me. I freeze them, and then by the time I get there in the summer, they're nice and cold. Well, reusable. You have to refill, right? So, went over that too. You're lucky there's a fountain in the community center that has water for free. In Bramalea, where do you have that option? The community center there closes at like 6 o'clock, right? So you don't always have that option. You want to talk about reducing your carbon footprint? How about start walking? What's your carbon footprint? When you what? Hmm? I like to bring my own canvas bag to the grocery store so I don't have to use a plastic bag. Well, years ago they stopped the plastic bags, so I don't know how you get plastic bags right now. Where you would even get them from. I take my backpack, the same big huge camping backpack, because the case of 12 water fits in there and I can just walk home with it on my back. I take it for groceries because lots of groceries fit in there. And I can still buy a coffee and take my time and walk home. You recycle the bottles after you drink them. That's the point. You only buy it when you need them, right? Because you have tap water. People went over the Brita. Remember when people used to buy the little pitchers and put them in their fridge? The water filters. And I guess after that you went into just bottles. Really? We need to do our part for the environment. So what do you do for the environment? Reuse, reduce, and recycle. It's called reduce, reuse, and recycle. That's good. I learned that in Ridgewood. Do you remember the blue boxes? Do you see the 3 arrows? Reuse, reduce, and recycle. How do you think you know that or I know that? What do you think that is, the symbol on the recycling? 3 arrows that go in a circle. Reuse, reduce, recycle. That's the cycle of what? Recycling? Reusing it, reducing the waste, recycling it, reusing it. Are you understanding? Reusing it instead of throwing it away. You're reducing the garbage by recycling the same thing instead of buying something new. Do you understand that concept? You just said it. When I use the water bottle, I refill it instead of throwing it away and getting a second one. That's reusing, reducing, and recycling, right? Yeah, that symbol. Recycle. What does cycle mean? What's a cycle? Why did you buy your own water bottle? To refill it? So you didn't have to buy the throwaway ones and throw them away? So that's reusing your water bottle, reducing the garbage from the plastic bottles, right? Recycling your bottle, recycling, using it over and over and over and over and over again. Your water bottle. Do you understand now? Using your bottle over and over again by filling it with water instead of drinking bottled water and throwing away the garbage plastic waste bottles. You've gone back to using a cup in your pipe. Well, remember when you started using plastic containers and sending those to school with your kids and to work with the adults to put your lunch in? Wasn't that the same thing? You didn't want to use sandwich bags and brown paper bags and plastic forks and knives, so you used containers? What do you think the point of that was? Use the container instead of what? What's the point of having all those bags you buy in the grocery store now instead of all the plastic? They got rid of plastic bags because it was too much plastic waste, like the bottles. So now you buy those reusable ones that you take back, you recycle them, you reduce the waste. When the kids are seeing the parents being two faced and they're teaching them in school what are they supposed to do? They're still children. Yeah, they're supposed to battle their own parents when they're teaching them in school. And the parents are battling who? Let's go to straws. Do you remember when they made all those metal straws and plastic silicone straws so you can wash them and reuse them? You went to why everyone carries lunch bags to work, right? Do you carry the little insulated lunch bags? Both the adults and the kids. Does it make sense? Insulated, you put an ice pack and you can put whatever you want for your lunch or dinner. When you bought a lunchbox for your little boy. If you took your lunch, I went home for lunch, so I was lucky, I guess. On school trips, right? When you had to take your lunch, that's what I know. Yeah, if you have a lunchbox now, do you put a container? Do you pack a container or do you put sandwich bags? I'm sure when I was little, nobody thought of putting a fork and a knife, a plastic fork or a plastic knife, right? If you got what, an apple? Yeah, there's lots of options now. You can get the salad one, right? You can put the salad dressing and it stays completely separate from the salad. Or you put your nachos and your nacho cheese if you're smart, so your kid will eat it. Yeah, when they go on a trip. Well, how much do Lunchables cost? Have you ever seen those? That's my point. I don't understand why. When you can buy, they have like the nacho cheese or the cheese whiz even. Depends on your kid, right? And a whole bag of chips. If you heard about Lunchables, what is in that? Crackers and cheese and lunch meat. And how much is one of those? You get what? A Kit Kat, a little, you get a cookie. What do you get with them now as the snack? The pizza one? Have you ever actually, if you buy pita bread and use a cookie cutter, one pita bread, how many can you cut if you're making it yourself for your kid? Lunchables. The pizza one, like you said. What else? It comes with tomato sauce. I don't know how kids eat that cold. And what else does it come with? Little pepperoni. So if you bought a big pepperoni, and you used like the icing tip, the back of the icing tip, and made little pepperoni, your kid wouldn't eat it? And how many can you make if one Lunchable is like $5? Yeah, the pizza one. So what's on the pizza one? Cheese? Grated cheese? If I use ham instead, if I make it one day? Okay. Coming soon. My own Lunchable video. Recreate a Lunchable. Yeah, I'll do it for the weekend. Back to school is when next week, so it's an appropriate time. Okay. Yeah, as soon as I get money, I can budget it. I know my money's coming soon, right? My ODSP, so I'll make a plan after this. Well, the good thing is, for back to school, adults I guarantee will eat it and use it. They make it for their kids. You have it after school, you have it for snacks, you can put it in the fridge for them, so they don't have to do the cooking. Kids can make it themselves, teenagers. You're talking about university, right? So why can't they use it? Homeless, how many times did I teach you? You put it in the same Ziploc bags, right? With the same insulated bag. If you buy a can or a bottle of Coke that's ice cold, how long does it stay cold in an insulated? So how long does it keep your sandwich cold if they're both in the same cooler? For a little bit at least. So it's better than nothing, right? You forgot. That's breakfast, lunch, and dinner. If I walked there and bought one, you buy a loaf of bread, the same. How is that not? If that's the only money you have, they used to be like $8, $6. How much were those chickens in Walmart? The whole roasted chicken, the same one you pull apart and shred and do tons of recipes. I'll start doing them one day. When? If you buy one and shred it, if you buy one and cut it up into pieces, the whole chickens, yep, already cooked in Walmart. Sometimes the grocery stores have them. Yeah, if you go to Walmart. That's why I didn't get none. All of you went after a certain time because you know that they lower the price. So you're very horrible people that way. You also took the food at lunch too. I saw when they put it out. I know how quick you take it. What stopped me from eating on the bus? I forgot to get the cutlery. Another one in Bramley on Coventry there. Yeah, they have the cutlery. You didn't know that right there? Why do you think everybody buys it? I mean, did you? Which one did you see? Oh, the noodle one. Mm-hmm. And do you know why I went there on the bus? To go to the same Ganjika house. So if I had an extra $7, I would get food for at least 2 days. Did you see the size of that? That can last me how many days do you think? Because I had to go spend the $4.50 on the bus to go there to get the same Mary Jane, right? Walmart is across the street. My storage used to be there, so I used to go to all of them at the same time. The Diamond Storage, you know where that is right there? That's the stop I get off at. When I used to go. I think you're supposed to eat on the bus. But if you have to sit for a half an hour and you're starving and you bought food at Walmart, you know. It depends on the day. Have you ever gone shopping in Walmart? And what did you do after go to the McDonald's? The difference is you have an option. You can buy the food inside, or you can go to the McDonald's. Well, how much is a Big Mac? $6? And how much is that whole container of food? $7? If depends what you got, right? Really, I've eaten on public transit. I'm not proud, but I'm not proud of it, but it happens. What if it's a Timbit? What if you bought Timbits from like Woodbine Center and you took the bus home because you went to a movie or something late at night? I remember when the gas station used to be like closer to the road when you had to take the bus from the road. So, what if it was a Timbit and you ate them on the bus? Some people would hide it like the movie theater. Maybe that's trained. Maybe we were trained. An apple or a banana? You ate an apple on the bus. You ate an apple in the movie theater? Which one? Yes, I am now. Rotisserie chicken in the theater. No, they're gonna smell it. Remember the guy used to come and check, right? Don't get ridiculous now. Hmm? Rotisserie chicken is past line for the theater. The bus? You had a burger on a train. Well, see, that's the good thing about walking. I ate a Big Mac while I was walking. I told her not to fall. Well, I stopped getting lettuce because it kept falling. I didn't waste money to get lettuce that fell out. Then I would have to sit in the restaurant. I keep telling you, a dollar's a dollar, right? Yeah, you remember that one? It's the way you perceive it. So if I don't get the lettuce, I'm not wasting the money because I didn't see it fall on the floor. Yes, I'm being ridiculous. Which topic did we get onto now? Speaking of, write down, make my own Lunchables. Okie dokie. Well, see, when I go into the grocery store, even Shoppers Drug Mart, I look at all the different kinds. This is what you feed your children, and then you complain when when I don't have my pen. I can't write it down. I'll remember. Oh, it's too late to go to Freshco now. Goodness, they close at 11. Where did I take the trail? And the live stream at 10. Oh, I know I can make it, but the lettuce, if it falls on the floor, a squirrel can eat it. Yeah, beware of coyotes. That's funny to you, is it? You ever gone to Wildwood Park to play Pokemon? All summer long. What time does it get dark? At what time now? Well, it's kind of late now. As back to school starts. It starts getting darker at what time? 5, 6? What time does school end? So if kids do after school activities, what time do they end? They're walking home when? If they live anywhere where here? What makes it funny? If they walk by themselves or they walk in groups? I'm a grown woman, remember that? Which one? Where in Malton is it different? If you're talking about what, walking by yourself? Kids walking? If they walk by themselves? Which one? If it's safety, isn't everywhere supposed to be safe? You want to go back to the machine? The vending machine in the library? How much are the Doritos in there? The bag? Yeah, the one with the 3 Doritos in it. The little one. It's about $3, $3.50. Yes, I told all the children. I said, don't do it. Go to the mall, go to Gino's Pizza, and buy the $5 pizza. Does that make sense to you now, adults? You want them to buy 3 chips from the vending machine when they can get a whole pizza, a whole small pizza for $5. You taught them that? To buy $6 bottled water and 3 Doritos for $20 from a vending machine at the library? I told them you're wrong. So you all know who it is. I told the adults if they asked me for money, I would hit them. Do you think I'm going to give them $3 to buy 3 Doritos? You are the adults? That's what I asked them. Same thing. You want me to lie to you? What's going to happen tomorrow? What's going to happen when I see you at the mall? What's going to happen when I see you at the library? What's going to happen when I see you on the road? You going to run and hide? Then why are we here now? They didn't believe me. Now I'm curious. When you guys all went to the food bank and took the bus back, did you eat the food bank food on the bus? We'll get into one day how I got all the food home that the food bank gave me, and I just lived around the corner. Imagine? What should I imagine? That's why I told them I didn't want certain things, right? Because I couldn't carry them. I could only take what I could carry back to my house, my rental where I live. What do they give you? They give you two bags of whatever it is, right? You get the bag or whatever, depending on if they give you juice, the big containers. Where? That was Bramley. You thought we've gone over misinformation, right? Why we ask questions. Yeah, actual information. I feel as if you are very vocal about food banks and the people who use them. You understand, right? When I opened my business, as I posted my group today, the life coach group, I'm vocal now. The Malton Moms group, 500, 800 women, took over Canada. I'm vocal about food banks and the people who use them. I'm just showing you your reality and mine. Look at that, my connection. Well, I guess we're going to end here. Thanks for joining in. I hope you enjoy watching it back.